All righty. Get this show on the road. Absolutely printing on the swings. Need to get those updated. Trying to get a fill here on Uber. Got that. DraftKings is up 70%. And it just hit its PT. I'm trying to get out of pen right now. Got out of that. Roblox smashed its PT there. We will be getting to futures, just letting it figure itself out here so I have price action to look at. All right, almost ready. Almost ready. Alrighty. So we're breaking under 500 now, or sorry, 1500, 15,000, not even 100. Wowza. Alrighty, let me get caught up. No chats in Google. Let's get caught up on YouTube. Ben, excited to be here. Excited to have you. Morning. Junior. Morning, MH. Wicked. I'm looking at my option swings. Typically, the first 10 to 15 minutes, I'm managing options. Plus, it helps me keep out of trades I shouldn't be in futures. So I was just managing those. We're looking at NQ. Yep. How you doing today? JSN. Good. Morning, Moon. Any new trades this morning? No new trades. And Rickwan says NQ rejected 3 times, looking sells. It's possible. We'll see here shortly. Definitely looking for shorts here. There's Finnegan. All right, finger on the trigger, looking short now. Failed 2 up on the 15. In at 69.50. Need to see this 14 EMA respected. We do have news at 10, but I don't think it's anything. Yeah, it's just home sales at 10. Nothing crazy. Taking some Q puts here. 359. Wow, 59s. Wow. $20 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. Want to see some movement here. Coming up on 10 points. New 5-minute here. All right, trimming at 15 points. 0.87 on the options. Just a little bit more. There it is. There's 1R, 20 points. Yep. Kind of like normal trims, 10, 20, 40. That's kind of it. Just like, in this case, definitely because we're sitting at an order block. We're sitting at this 15-minute order block, so I'm absolutely trimming. As long as we kind of stay under this one, we're okay. But this is the bullish order block, right? So right there. So while we're in this zone, that's why I trimmed at 10. Usually I'll trim at 10 to 15, and then 20 if I need it, and then kind of let it go. Then it'll be every 20 points or so. It's kind of what I've transitioned to and what I've been enjoying. So. Not hard break even because this order or because this fair value gap, but yes, absolutely risk free. Wicked said, "Which are you in? Which options?" I assume is when you sent that. They're all in my channel or server, whichever you're in. Junior says, "I'm done for the day. I'm still doing a combine. Be safe." You too. Time to journal, indeed. Trims at 1 on the Qs, 30% or so. At a 350 trim from the overnights. Should check my swing. That probably means my swing's doing pretty decent. I want to hold to 292, I think. Oh, it's already on there. Okay. AMD is flooding. First PT hit on AMD. Putting out a limit at 1.72 on the spreads. Let's go back to this. Just waiting for that to fill. There it goes. 3.4 trim on AMD overnights. Microsoft at 1.5. These overnights are like I've always said, feast or famine, but man, they feast when they need to. When they're feasting, they're feasting. YouTube, if you are enjoying the stream, please leave a like. Helps me out, makes me know that you guys do appreciate the streams. You know, they do have a 20-second delay. There's no delay for the guys in the Google Meets, but do this so you guys can kind of see price action. Even if it is delayed, see me and how I go through it. Q's at 104. Struggling at this break of pre-market low. Breakout retest, probably not a breakout. Needs to break out, then retest. Yeah, I don't want to see price go up here to this. It kind of just did go into that order block on the 1 minute right here. So I don't want to see it go much above that. I'm actually tempted to go hard break even, but I will add on a breakout retest. That's also part of the reason why I moved stops out to 20 points, is because I want to be able to hold more positions longer. And my P&L's definitely increased lately because of it. I did have to size down a little bit, but you know, when you can add in and such, it's no problem. You can see. There's 40 points there. My mouse is lagging. Doesn't like me streaming at the same time. Moon, I did not move my stop to below break even yet. When we get a little better retrace up here, I'll move it, but not yet. Not yet. Thanks for leaving all the likes, guys. Appreciate it. All right, let me get these. 1.24 trim on the keys. Filled at 2.5. That was a big pump. I don't know what that means. Mm-hmm. 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 No, I keep my. You got to keep your risk the same no matter what, because yeah, let's say that like you add right now and you lose 10 points, and then you size down next add in, and then you're in half the size you. Let's say you added 10, just for quick math, and you lost 10 points, you're down $200. So then you size down to 5 and you win 10. Well, you only won back $100. So you got to keep your risk the same, in my opinion, the non-financial opinion. Yeah, yeah, yeah. More so, they're the same risk, not the same size always. If I want to have a 20-point stop, let's say I want to go up to fill this fair value gap and have a 30-point stop, and I have a $200 stop loss in mind, then I'm probably risking, what's that, 5 probably? No, less than 5, probably 3, maybe 2. But if it's tight or 2-1-2 down, then I'll risk more. But I'm always trying to keep my risk the same on my ads, which is always much less, about half or less than my original risk. But that's what keeps your winners big and your losers small. And that is the cheat code to being profitable. Rags to riches. Hey Jesse, I'm testing this out. On average, what is your RR for the trades, or does it differ on the pattern? My average risk to reward is like a 2.2, I think, over every trade. But I'm kind of transitioning out of those like super tight stops. I would say my average trade is 20 points profit, over 20 points profit. So right now that would push it to be like 1.5 R, but also my stops are not going to be 20 points usually, so kind of hard to judge. Yep. Yep. 2.5 is kind of because it's 50 points, and then my next trim would be 80, but I didn't trim at 2.5 there. So I'm probably just going to let it ride until either 80 points, or because we're up 40, or not I am up 40 in realized profit. So right now, if I let it go to 40 from 0, I lost 40. So it's kind of like a 1R trade in that sense. But all right, closing right now. All out. All out Qs as well. It could have just bounced off there, and I'm okay being out if that's the case. Lets me revisit it, but I don't like how deep that needed to retrace. I really am not interested in Q for a little bit if we close above this fair value gap here. That was the fair value gap left behind after a break of structure. Now this one could get respected, but this is the one that needs to close in or under for me to be interested. Right now, 15-minute looks like a liquidity grab. The tricky part is I can't look at price action from before because there's discrepancy with the NQ contracts. I can't really see several weeks before. Ricky said, is points the same as ticks? It is not. There's 4 ticks in every point. For the ticks are how many ticks are in a point. So for NQ and ES, it's 4 ticks a point. For gold, there's 10 ticks a point, etc. Camden, can you explain the put debit spreads you entered last night? Are you alerted last night? What would you like me to explain with them? How a put debit spread works or why I entered them? What would you like? We didn't really get much action out of that 10 o'clock news, by the way. Yeah, this looks like a flip to me. That looks like a failed breakout on the 15-minute. Looks pretty clean on the 1-minute, but we do have change character here. Right, so right here, change character. Went from making lower highs and lower lows to this is now a higher high. So when we get the next higher low, I'm hoping to be in here. Something like this. You really could go 10-point stop there, but Camden says how it works. So put debit spread, there's a lot of YouTube videos on it. But real briefly, because I can't show you while I'm trading, but when you sell it further out of the money contract, you're getting a credit back. And when you buy a closer in the money contract, you're debiting. So you have to say for the 95.90 puts, I'm selling the 90 puts because they're further out of the money, and I'm buying the 95. So when it goes down, I get more premium because my 95 puts have a higher delta than the 90 puts. So technically, I lose money, or I don't gain as much money as if I just bought the 95 puts. But it's much cheaper. The 95 puts are like $3.50, and my 95.90 swings were like, I don't know, $1 or something like that, right around there. But so when I'm selling against the position, it's a hedge, but I'm still more weighted into the short side. And so I'm able to be closer in the money without having to spend as much premium. There are a ton of videos on it. If you're a visual learner, that's how I would do it. And yeah, it's a great way to be closer in the money, which means theta's not going to eat as much, and your delta is going to be bigger. So you're able to be closer in the money without spending the premium. All right, taking a long here, 57.25. Hard stop set at 42. 42.25 technically. .59 trim on the keys. And taking 10 plus points there. So like in this circumstance, my stops were 11.75. So really this is 1 R over my It's already hit 1R of my risk, but the alert's not going to technically show that. But I'd rather have my P&L be greater than my alerts be greater than my P&L. So that is the purpose. There's 20 points. 0.62 trim. 0.61 actually. Ooh, shooting up though. Should be close to 1.5R here. There's 2R, 0.74 trim almost. Gonna set up 0.74. Next trim is at 80 points. What was that? Sorry, was it an optimal trade entry? Oh yeah. It was. Yep. Don't you love when multiple systems come together? That's going to be a high probability trade. I want to see this 1 minute fair value gap respected. It doesn't need to go much further than this on the 5. And a 2-1-2 down on the 5 would also be in invalidation. Sitting in the golden zone right now. All right, hopping out of MQ. Well, see if this goes 2 up, I'll stay in. Stops at 61.5 right now. Pretty much if that makes a new low on the 2 bar. Failed 2 down would be pretty okay with me. Take a look at CVX. I have a limit in for hard stop there, by the way. CVX. Looking decent. This is going to be my last trade. I don't want to give back any profits. I hit 40 points short and 40 points long, so I am going to keep my profits and have a good rest of my day with not giving back any. Yeah, that's going to seal it there, I'm sure. Almost. Oh, I didn't update my meta swing. That's a problem. Where did that get updated? Or did it get updated? See what I got filled out. 155. What was my spread? 285, 280. All right, stopped out. Heard it. All right, that's going to shut it down for me today. Taking my profits and having a green day. So I will see you all here tomorrow. Not usual for me to trade on Friday, but I will be here Friday. So I will see you there. Abina failed 2 down, failed 2 ups. Are 2 ups that close red or 2 downs that close green. And Wicked, I don't have any thoughts on meta calls. I only want meta puts because I'm in meta puts. So I would not look at a call right now. It looks very bloody to me. So that's it. I will see you all here tomorrow. Have a great day, guys.